Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, and for my German subscriber, welcome to the Podcasts. I tried to say that as clearly as I could. It's a play on my name, bro, and it references over to my other channel. So, how is the Eskimo? I got to put a call to action in this because I'm supposed to. I read up on this. If you enjoy the content, please like, please share, please subscribe. The most important thing you can do is leave a comment. I don't even care if it's just saying hi. It's playing the algorithm, and there it is. So, how is the Eskimo? It is. It's basically a Cossack. This is my opinion, of course, but it's basically a Cossack with better guns, faster reload of the torpedo, and a full smoke instead of short duration smoke. Aside from that, they're virtually identical. They have the same. They have the same hit points, 18,900 on both ships. Cossack has a longer reload, 7 seconds, as opposed to, I think the Cossack is 5. So it has a bit longer reload. They both have 4 turrets, 8 rifles, so those are the same. I'm missing all over the board. You can comment that because I know what I did. For some reason I wasn't looking at his smoke, but I was so happy to be firing without getting spotted that I just kind of kept at it. So you got to be careful with these ships. I mean, you don't have a lot of hit points, and you don't have a heal. There's no way of getting it back, so you're just going to have to kind of deal with it. This is where I think in this situation, just like this, I think this is kind of where the Cossack oh, I'm sorry. I got to wrap up the guns. 30 millimeter a pen on these on the Eskimo, and it's only like 20 millimeter on the Cossack. And this is without IFHE or anything like that because I prefer the fire chance as opposed to the raw damage. So that's kind of on me. Anyway, my man here is backed in. We got a sub. I don't use smoke for farming, even though I do it later in this game. It's mainly stop shooting at me and let me get away because, again, I got to protect all my hit points. But my man, we got another destroyer. We got a sub. We have lots of support over here, so why not take advantage of that and just kind of he's going to have to leave. He's going to have to leave the smoke. He knows it's coming, so I wanted to get out of mine as well and get back up here to spotting. Now, this got a little bit interesting. I'm not real crazy about these research ships or about these experimental ships. They're fun and they're kind of kitschy, but it's not really my thing. It seems like you give up an awful lot for burst fire, which is about all you're getting out of those things. And I could do that in the Victoria, but fortunately the sub stayed up, maintained spotting kind of, and I'm over here with a Hoffman, so. I needed to, I fired, I cleared, I did what blind firing, hoping for the best, but I had to get out of here and get back to spotting because I am a DD, and I'd much rather the Hoffman be pounding this broadside cruiser than me. So I went ahead and just left smoke here. I don't know what's coming where, so I just went ahead and torp dumped. That was a mistake, clearly, because I didn't know what my man was going to be doing here. I didn't know he was just going to go back and forth and just keep broadside to a Hoffman. I didn't know that. See, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have fired my torps at all. But yeah, he did, and the Hoffman just absolutely punishes him. I'm not even. I'm just going to hold the spot, man. There's no point. I know. I think I take a shot here because I'm trying to vulture the kill because this was going to be the video. But it didn't work out. The Hoffman did exactly what he was supposed to do. It's perfect. So it feels a little sluggish. It feels just a little bit more sluggish than the Cossack. And I didn't look up the exact stats. The Cossack just feels light. It feels fast. It feels maneuverable. It just feels better. Now, I'm sure that's my personal perception and probably not reality, but that's the way that these two ships feel to me. And I would prefer to be in the Cossack the majority of all these times as opposed to the Eskimo. But again, maybe that's me, a personal play style, that kind of thing. So anyway, we gave up 3 caps, but we're starting to pop a couple of them, and we've cleared this entire side for a game that was very, very heavy with DDs. There's none. There were none over here. So if we cleared it, I figure sure, let's go here and let's go ahead here and just and spot and just see what's going on. I'm a little bummed that I do a very, very bad launch here. The torpedoes recharge fast, 68 seconds. So why not, get them out? But, like anything else with torpedoes, man, it's more psychological and philosophical than it seems to be any kind of real specific gift for these things. You just kind of guess where they're going to be and you launch them, and hopefully they arrive by the time they get there. But these are still British torpedoes. They're not incredibly fast. And they, for what it's worth, they don't hit incredibly hard. But it's decent enough. And with the fast reload, sure, go ahead and get them out. Anyway, I'm again content here. Just a spot. We cleared them. Everybody's starting to push north. We're starting to take caps, so I was pretty content just to sit here and spot. Concealment. Cossack 5.5, the Eskimo 5.8. Similar captain builds. I think I'm using the Mighty Jingles. Remember Mighty Jingles? Yeah, I think I'm using the Mighty Jingles. Anyway, and the only reason I took these shots right here, is because I know that my man's engaged. I have smoke. We're starting to get spotting from the caps as well. So I figured go ahead and just take the shot, sit in the smoke, farm it up a little bit. I'm not worried about anything right now. There, obviously, look, there's no radar, there's no anything, so it just kind of turns into a farming match from here. But you can see that they hit decently. They're not terrible guns. And again, here comes that philosophical moment when you're launching the torps. How long is he going to be stuck on the hull? That's all that was. But yeah, I mean, this is I'm a tier 8 destroyer. That's a tier 10 battleship. And you can see that they are nice, chunky hits. I mean, they're not great. I'm not going to scare off a Conqueror by any means. But they are not bad hits. And I think I saw like a 4,800 in there, and averaging about 2,000 every 6 or so seconds. And they're not bad. They're not terrible. I don't prefer long smoke. I prefer short duration smoke. I want to drop it, get me out of trouble, pop a couple shots, displace. That's what you should be doing up here anyway. And so I prefer that over the long smokes, because once you've hit them, you've committed. All right, that's it. We're going to sit here as long as we can and just see what we can do. I don't know if the Neptune launched before he went into smoke. I have no idea, but I do know that it's time to get out of here. So I grabbed as much damage as I could while I was here, but my finger's on the trigger, man. I'm ready to get out of here and just kind of get back to work. There's another nice hit, 4,100. But yeah, to a Conqueror. All right, I'm okay with that. So he turned in. And again, I'm just, I don't know where he's going to go, if he's going to follow the line. So let's just dump everything and kind of hope for the best. None of them land. I'll spare you the mystery here. None of them land. He changed up. He pivoted over. So that's it. I mean, that's basically it. I wish it was a more thrilling game, but it does kind of highlight everything that this ship can do. It's not bad. I'll leave it there. It's not bad. But you're giving up hydro. You're giving up hydro. You're giving up short duration smoke. You give up a lot for the better guns, and I'm not sure if it's really worth it all around. At least it's not for my play style. I like to hit and run and spot and do things that a DD is supposed to be doing. But yeah, giving up the hydro and the extra concealment and all that, I'm not exactly sure that it's worth it. I would have built it out. I would have preferred to just build it out like the Cossack, but give it the better guns, longer reload, same torpedoes, and we'll just kind of deal with it. I understand why they didn't, all right, because why? We already have a Cossack. But it just doesn't feel as special to me as the Cossack does. So that could be anything. That could just be my just the way I feel, the way I sense it, and it's like anything else. If you think you're going to do well in a ship, odds are good that you're going to do well in a ship. As yeah, everybody bricks matches, but odds are good you're going to do well in it. So that's it. We blow up our last smoke. We land a few torpedoes on him. You'll see the hits here. Uh, Nothing special. It's not exactly brilliant gameplay on my part by any means or anything like that. But yeah, again, it can get it done. So situational. It can rack up some damage. The extra pen is very nice, but I just am not partial to the long duration smokes. I don't use them that way. I like you just saw in this game, which I say I don't do. I don't use them like that unless the situation is perfect for it. I think destroyers have to be very active, lots of map awareness, situational awareness, but they can force an awful lot of action. But I can do better in I can do better in the Cossack than I did in this one. So it'll sit there. It's nice, you get the premium, you get the bonus, all that other good stuff. But I'm not sure what you gain is worth what you lose between this ship and the Cossack. So anyway, that's it. Yes, we won the match. It's a Kleber that refuses to go quietly. I think I took about third or fourth. Good spotting damage. I got about 100,000 points of spotting, or 96,000 points of spotting damage on this match. So I felt like I did my job as a destroyer. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment. And that's it. So until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your warships, guys. Cheers.